Hello to our first two viewers. Welcome, everybody, like always. Let's see if the Discord ping worked this time or if it is being a little bit slow. Ooh, it's working again. Always appreciate that. You could say that again, Puck. Always welcome for the bots on time pinging. Hey there, Lucid Boar. Welcome to the stream. I'm very well, Puck. How are you? Hey there, Cervez. Decent? Well, that's better than bad. Welcome to the 8 members so far. We'll get started around the 3-minute mark or maybe 2.5, depending on how quickly people filter in. Today, I just had virtual learning, chilled, watched some live streams, and just chilled. Now I'm, doing the awesome Wicked Fish Wednesday live stream. Uh-oh. You'll have to tell me more about that on the Discord, Lucid Boar. Stopped by earlier today and I sent like a picture of my girlfriend and I, and then she was doing like the peace sign, and some dude said, "Tell your friend there to be careful with those signs. Those are the devil's prongs." I said, "Okay, pal." There's that, of course. And then they said something along the lines of, if she can't control the demons, they will control her. It is pretty wild. Very nice. All right, we hit the 3-minute mark. You guys know the drill. Get on your safety goggles because things are about to get wicked in here, fellas. All right. Hey there. Okay, so you guys know the drill, and for everybody who doesn't know the drill, on Wicked Fish Wednesday, we go live, and I will give you fish facts live. Just ask about a prehistoric, deep sea, or mythical fish, and I will tell you all about it. That's how Wicked Fish Wednesday works. You know it, Jimmy. All right. We are ready. The goblin shark is very cool. Living fossils. They have been around for about 200 million years, believe it or not. And despite their scary demeanor and, well, large form, they're not huge, but they are awfully spooky, which kind of fits into coming up on Halloween now, doesn't it? All right. So the goblin shark, despite all this, is actually quite the pacifist. They are not very talented hunters, as well as they are actually somewhat gentle. They are still sharks and they are dangerous to an extent. However, among sharks, they rank very low on the list of dangerous sharks because they are extremely slow. They are used to their dark and frigid environments. So, to conserve energy, they'll just move very slowly. And since they can't move very quickly to catch stuff, their bodies have created a new way of catching prey. I've talked about this before, but it is a really interesting thing. Their jaws, they look kind of pushed forward and mangled in themselves. But when they hunt and they get close to a fish that thinks that it's not a threat because it's moving so slowly, its jaw will launch forward, like push itself like completely outwards and grab the fish and then go back in. Almost kind of reminds me of Alien, the xenomorphs and stuff. They're really cool. So that's how they have adapted to conserve energy in their scarce and chilly environment. The goblin mouth thing, I don't think human jaws are built for that. Humans are the apex predators of this planet. So we've evolved instead of having our evolutionary abilities are our thumbs, and most importantly, our brains. Those are very important things that kind of got us to the top. Bull sharks are very dangerous. They are very aggressive. However, they are aggressive hunters, and they they aren't exactly the most dangerous shark because the only reason why so many attacks happen is actually because bull shark territories align with like a lot of coastal regions as well as like swimming areas. So because of that, shark attacks with bull sharks specifically are significantly more likely to happen than other sharks. And not only that, bull sharks are able to withstand freshwater for short amounts of time. So their territory expands even further as they have been found to swim upstream a bit from river mouths into the ocean. Oh my. Well, I hope he's all right now. Bull sharks can be pretty aggressive when it comes to hunting. Let's see what that says, Puck. A fish that can swim up waterfalls. Well, not necessarily swim up waterfalls themselves, because waterfalls are more often not just one solid body of water going downwards, it kind of disperses. So, however, salmon, when returning from the ocean and swimming upstream, will famously jump up the river and like leap out of the water to try to get up rocks or past little babbling brooks. So, somewhat, so kind of, however, not in the same way that you might think. Magikarp, huh? Would you like me to talk about the monkfish? All right, monkfish. Come on, buddy. Here we have another angler species. I need to read that a bit better. So here we have the monkfish, or as I like to call them, the mockfish, because as Lucid Boar said, they live in the mud. So the monkfish is actually a species of anglerfish. So the monkfish can actually not be purchased anymore or bought because it has tetrotoxins. Yeah, tetrotoxins, which are not cooked off while cooking or freezing or burning. And so people cannot eat them at all. And so they are not on the fish market anymore because they are a neurotoxin. They're quite dangerous. I think you spelled that right, Sir Bez. And Jimmy, I misspoke. You are able to buy them. However, the CDC, I'm pretty sure, was it the CDC? Let me make sure that I'm labeling the agency. The FDA. Sorry, I've been hearing so much from the CDC because everything that's going on. Like, sorry, Sir Boz. Kind of hard to read with these on. However, the FDA does not want people to buy or sell them. However, you technically still can. However, it is not encouraged to buy them because it can cause long-term effect damage because of the tetrotoxins. However, the helicoprion, making sure that I'm talking about the right fish here. Coprion. Yeah. Okay. So the helicoprion, they are actually one of my favorite prehistoric fish. They are the famous wielders of the whorl, WHORL, jaw pattern. So, for those of you who do not know what I'm talking about at all, because the helicoprion is a bit of a tricky name, these are them. They are thought to have quite the long and slender bodies. However, the most noticeable thing is their bottom jaw. It is thought that they came to an abrupt end and almost circled around like a whorl, as like you've seen on your fingerprints. So the helicoprion was thought to be an apex predator that would kind of like use that whorl jaw pattern to latch onto prey and kind of give it a little extra edge when it came to holding on. It was kind of an interesting evolutionary trait. So yeah, that's the helicoprion. I would love to talk about hammerheads. Hammerheads are most interesting. Great hammerheads generally are actually bottom feeders. Despite them being one of the largest species of sharks when it comes to great hammerheads, they are actually not extremely aggressive hunters. However, they have been found to cannibalize each other on occasions when it comes to territory disputes over feeding grounds, because they do not necessarily really hunt other fish. They usually hunt on the seafloor. They will look for stingrays and crustaceans primarily, as well as some cephalopods. They will mainly root around, and surprisingly, their hammer typed head evolved in order to help them with vision when it comes to scouring the seafloor. It gives them a wider vision so they can hunt on a two-dimensional hunting ground better. The smallest fish, Sir Boz, I did an episode on just the other day. It is the infant fish. Yes, the infant fish. There have only been about 6 specimens ever found, and they are a third of an inch. So just a few millimeters. They are by far the smallest, and they're their body shape somewhat reminds me of a cookie cutter shark. That is awesome, Jimmy. Prehistoric squid or octopus. Um, Most cephalopods were wiped out after that great extinction due to the meteorite in the Gulf of Mexico. It is wicked, Jimmy. The big mouth buffalo. I would love to. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to decline to looking into the big mouth buffalo, because unfortunately, it is a freshwater fish, and this is Ocean Mike channel. However, if you are in the Ocean Mike Discord server, I'll be more than happy to talk about it with you one on one. I would not make a goldfish out of real gold because that would hurt them. Well, if you make a goldfish, like paint it gold, that would not be good for them at all. However, if you just like make a golden sculpture of a goldfish, it would not be alive. It would look cool, but it would be a very costly venture, and it would not be alive, of course. Hey there, USB cable. Welcome. I'm glad that you stopped by. Can't see it in your sub box? Uh-oh. Well, that's all right. I mean, we have 7 people on, and that's pretty good. I'll see if it's something on my end after the stream. Thanks for bringing it to my attention, Jimmy. Why is silverfish not a fish? Not entirely sure why they named the bug a silverfish, but you know, there have been instances of them grinding coral. However, their teeth has actually helped to secrete that mucus. It helps them form the bubble shape around themselves, as odd as that sounds. It is weird. On regular show, I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. Um, Not entirely thrilled with the ending. Um, yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Very true. F for Pops. More like F for Skips, because at the end of that, he's still going to be the only one there. Well, I 5 Ghost, I guess, too, because he's a ghost. True. All right. We're going to wrap the stream up in a few minutes. However, we can get a couple more suggestions or questions in, whether they be goofy or serious. I don't mind. Like having these little live streams with you guys. Hey there, Netakrug. Welcome. Does that say lizardfish? It does say lizardfish, of course. Okay. Making sure that those were. All right. We're all good. Here we have the lizardfish. They stay very close to coastal lines. They actually have very small razor-like teeth, which is quite interesting. And their faces look very much like a lizard or iguana. Yeah, an iguana. There we go. They're pretty cool. And they actually stay on the ocean floor for the most part, much like a lizard. Remoras are not actually parasites, because the definition of a parasite is an organism that harms its host throughout their relationship. Remoras are actually a mutualistic fish. The remora benefits from latching on to a large organism, and the organism actually um, benefits as well. Because creatures such as like whales and sharks benefit because they will eat bacteria. Remora actually don't bite, they suction. So they are pretty harmless when it comes to fish. It's a mutualistic relationship. I'm not sure, USB cable. I feel like I would have a better chance against the saltwater crocodile, even if I just do have a knife. Yeah, let's say probably fight again. Nah, actually, no, I'd have a greater chance against the great white. Yeah, I'd say have a better chance against the great white. Oh, I'll think about the chicken fish. I don't think that they're the most deadly fish. The fish that has killed the most humans is actually a puffer fish, believe it or not. People get a little bit too handsy with those things, thinking that they are, well, not very dangerous because they're so small and squishy looking. However, they pack a lot more of a punch than you might think. That those venomous spines on some of them, pretty dangerous. Plus, people try to eat pufferfish sometimes, and if not cooked properly, it can have very dangerous results. Um, well, we'll check. However, I think it's the stonefish that has the most lethal venom. Yep, it's the stonefish. Stonefish is the most venomous fish in the world. And they are number 3 for most dangerous fish that have killed humans. Yellowfin tuna, USB cable. All right, fellas. Stream time has come to an end. Time to take off our safety goggles because the wickedness is winding down. All right. I hope everybody had a great stream. Good night to you too, USB cable. And I hope everybody wants to tune in for episode 100, which is just coming up in a couple days. So you know the drill. Feel free to leave a suggestion anytime or reach out. I'm happy to talk with you guys. Have a good night, everybody, or a good morning, or a good day, wherever you are in the world. So, like always, have a good rest of your day, and goodbye, fishy friends.